After another thriller in OT for the second consecutive week, the Raiders are now at 4-7. We talk about the game, break down the stats, and what's next for our Las Vegas Raiders. It all goes down next right here on Hammers.House.
The United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers House. Hope everybody's having a great Monday night wherever you guys are at. Before we go any further, let's do a quick roll call. I see Little Tigers in the building. Robert Pena, Jose Ortega, Anthony Estrada, Jesse Cardenas. Y'all know the routine if you come on in, and if you don't, I'm going to learn you. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders content. Guys, it was a phenomenal win last night in Seattle. The Raiders in overtime, thriller, 40-34 victory. Josh Jacobs, 86-yard run to the house, sealed the deal. Great game all around from offense, defense. Couldn't be happier with the win. We're now on something that we haven't really been too familiar with, a winning streak. We have won 2 straight. We now sit at 4-7 with 6 games remaining. We have the Chargers next. We have, who do we have after the Chargers, guys? Help me out. I'm joking. We have the Chargers. We have the Rams. We have the Steelers. The Chargers, the Rams, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Niners, and last but not least, the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be our final home game. Very happy with everything that I saw yesterday. Jesse, you're preaching to the choir, man. One game at a time. I said it as we did the game day pre-show yesterday. Look, analysts, the media, a lot of people, the Seahawks are going to run away with it. I said what I said in regards to guys we needed to look out for, Geno Smith being one of them. Had a decent game, not his best this season. Again, he walked into this game coming off of a bye week with a QBR of 108 with a completion percentage of 72.9. Kenneth Walker was another guy that I said was a huge threat. We shut down the run tremendously yesterday. That interior D-line, holy shit. Where have you guys been? Bilal Nichols, Andrew Billings did a phenomenal job causing havoc on that interior D-line, and that's all I've been wanting to see the entire season. So I definitely give those guys props for what they did. The offensive line, again, great job. Alex Bars, holy shit, you had a great game yesterday. A couple of the running plays up the gut, you made your presence felt and did a great job yesterday as well. And again, Josh Jacobs, man, 303 total yards. That's both in the air and running. Pay this man, y'all. Pay this man. Look, I was definitely disappointed when we got the news that the Raiders had declined his 5th-year option. For those that have been watching me for the last year and a half, I've been doing this. You guys know I am a huge supporter and a huge fan of Josh Jacobs. I coined the kid Baby Beast Mode before he even came here, and couldn't have been happier when we drafted him. So he's definitely a guy I think we need to have for the long term. Like I said on Wasted's show before, and shout out to the big bro. A 3-year deal for me, in my opinion, would be doable. We do know if the franchise tag right now for a running back would be at $12.8 million. I'd rather give him a 3-year contract with at least 20 million guaranteed, but we shall see. I stated the numbers before in regards to what his contract has been since he came into the league, and we will revisit that right now. Actually, as he was drafted, it was a 4-year term for $11.9 million. With a $6.6 million signing bonus in 2019. His base salary was just a little under $500,000. 2020, the COVID year, he had made a little over a mil to be exact. 2021 was $1.5 million, and this season he is currently due $2.1 million. And again, his 2023 fifth-year option was declined, in which he was due roughly about $8 million, which look, he could be looking for a lot more at this point in time. So I put the video up earlier, being funny. Again, you got to make light of situations. You got to make things funny every once in a while. I put the Hangover clip of Bradley Cooper making the phone call saying we fucked up, and then on the other end it was Josh Jacobs. So again, we got to have fun with that when we can. Robert Pena carries in the building. Hey, Care. Sean Johnson just pulled on up. Salute. Raider Dez, what's good? Salute everyone. Any given Sunday. I've seen lots of Nation doubting. Look, man, we've said this before. I'll say it again, 1 week at a time. And you're absolutely right. Any given Sunday. This league has been totally upside down this entire season. Look, our weekly pigskin pick'ems that we have on ESPN.com. I missed about 3 picks yesterday. And there were some very close games. Baltimore ended up losing by a point to Cincinnati, if I remember correctly. Tennessee lost as well. I might have been wrong with that first matchup, but I know there was about 2 or 3 games that I gotten wrong, and they were just all very, very close games, and probably teams that you didn't expect to come out on top after those games, but it is what it is. Hey, you remember the coin? Well, it's back, but on the Jets, it's predicted everything they've done so far. Oh my God, again? We got this guy back out there again doing this? I don't know if you've heard this, but 2 weeks ago I was on and heard league might bring back, you know who we pick him up. I don't know about that. That's something that we can't even talk about until it actually happens. That's right. Baltimore lost to the Jags. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, that's what it was. And shout out to my resident masshole. Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you, and I hope all is well. Me and Beantown will be doing a live together in about 3 weeks as we approach the matchup against the New England Patriots. So definitely stay tuned for that. You're 1,000% correct. And look, I was very happy when I had gotten the news days before that the Chargers were going to be waiving Jerry Tillery. I said, look, we need a guy like him on the interior. Solid 2 years in the league. And I don't know what it was with him and the coaching staff this year. They just couldn't get on the same page with things. His playing time had been reduced significantly. He wanted out. There were teams that were interested in him before the trade deadline, including us, but the Chargers rebuffed on that. So they ended up waiving him. We were able to claim him off of waivers. And look, I think he's a guy that could potentially be here, another defensive piece that could be here for at least another 2 to 3 years. We shall see. Look, as of right now, he's still getting comfortable with our defense, with our defensive scheme. And he's been a rotational piece, but he has definitely done a really good job so far. And I'm excited to see what else he brings to the table for us moving forward alongside the rest of these guys on our interior D-line right now, especially after what I saw out of those guys yesterday. Shout out to Max Crosby. Shout out to Scary Perry. Look, and I don't know if he's watching this. I did try to get on his IG live when he was handing out turkeys on Thanksgiving, or the day before Thanksgiving and the day before that. But phenomenal game out of Perryman again. And, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. You're definitely an awesome human being from all the things I saw you doing on the IG Live. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to Thor. He's in the building. Yee. What up, brother? Little Prince, you shouldn't be dancing with them high heels on, bro. GA, salute, salute, salute. Oh my God, Prez. Come on. Too much, bro. Too much. Too much info. But yeah, let's get into it. I don't want to be on too long. I know people are saying I need to do longer lives, but look, there's no need for it at this point in time. But anyways, let's go into it. Let's go into the stats directly. We're gonna start with our guys. I'm not doing any of the Seahawks stuff because I could really care less. But I do want to go through our stats, and then we'll go through the total team stats, and that'll be it. So let's start off with Derek Carr, 25 of 36 for 295 yards with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was sacked once. QBR of 78.4 with a QB rating of 98.7. Not too bad. The interceptions. The first one was his fault. Look, I'm not sugarcoating shit. The second one, it could have been easily caught by Moreau, but it is what it is. Josh Jacobs, 33 carries, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, and obviously we know the longest was the 86-yard run for the win. Zeus White, the only 2 carries he had last night, and I stated on Wasted Live before, look, I was at the point where I was feeling like the kid was lacking vision at the next level. Those 2 carries yesterday definitely proved me wrong. He had 2 carries for 28 yards, averaging 14. The longest was 17. One of those runs that he had, Alex Bars had a tremendous blocking job on that interior defensive lineman. So definitely shout out to, again, Alex Bars for a great job yesterday. Zamir White, look, I'm giving you credit where credit's due. Just keep up the good work, my man. Amir Abdullah, 3 carries, 16 yards. Derek Carr had 2 carries for 10. Receiving, Jacobs actually not bad. Him and Devontae were actually neck and neck. I don't know why this keeps going off, but it is what it is. Josh Jacobs with 6 receptions, 74 yards. He was targeted 7 times. So that was actually a pretty solid job by him. Tay, he was targeted 11 times, 7 receptions, 74 yards. For Hollins, you had 4 and 63. We don't need to really go through the rest of that. Defensively, sorry about that. All right, defensively, Scary Perry, 9 total, 4 solo, 2 tackles for a loss, a pass deflection, and the INT. Duron Harmon, the closer, 7 total, 7 solo, 1 pass deflection. Should have been an interception in my opinion, but, we know how the league does with that. Sam Webb, 5 total, 5 solo, definitely a better job than last week. Jayon Brown, 5 total, 2 solo. Chandler, 5 total, 1 solo, and half a sack with 1 QB hit. Rock Yassin, 4 total, 4 solo. Mad Max, 4 total, 3 solo, 1.5 sacks, 1 for a loss, 6 QB hits. I swore he was going to end up with 2 full, and it would have been 4 straight games that he has averaged 2 sacks, but still did a really, really good job. Let's go into the team stats of this matchup and this final score from yesterday. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So first downs, you had 27 for the Raiders, 22 for the Seahawks. Total plays, 77 for us, 63 for the Seahawks. 576 total yards for us, 372 for the Seahawks. Total drives, we had 14. They had 13. Passing, 293 to 307 in favor of the Seahawks. Rushing, we rushed a total of 283 rushing yards to their 65. Great job again by that defensive line. Red zone attempts, we were 2 for 4. They were 3 for 5. Penalties, still something we need to clean up. It's always a constant thing with us. 7 penalties, 50 yards. They had 2 for 10. Both teams had 2 turnovers respectively. And time of possession, we had it for 37-35. They had it for 28-05. So there's a breakdown of the stats. There's a breakdown of the team stats and our individual player stats. Again, it was a very good game played by us. I feel like I'm missing people in here, and I apologize. I just try to stay on this and stay focused when I'm doing this. AC Jacobs was definitely a god yesterday, man. And again, look, I want him here for another 2 to 3 years. One of my favorite players on this team. I've said it to you guys before, even when the option was declined. This is a business. I have to understand that. I get it. I am one of the people that do understand and get it. I know a lot of other people don't. But look, this dude even has his shield tatted on him. Like, he wants to be here. So we'll see what happens in the offseason. If they decide to franchise tag him, like I said before, the franchise tag would have him receiving $12.8 million this coming season. Or we can give him a 2-3 year deal with more money guaranteed. And maybe that'll convince him to stay here and not test the waters of free agency. Disley, look, Carr had a good game, minus the one turnover that I'm giving him the responsibility for. That one, the first one was on him. The second one, no. Moreau should have came down with that. It was kind of tipped up, or through his hands rather, and yeah. First three touchdown game. Yep, and this is actually the first win that we've had in Seattle since 1998. I was 12 years old the last time we beat the Seahawks in Seattle. There was another crazy stat that I saw. I got to see if I still have it on my phone. So apparently, and this is apparently, like, I'm not sure how true this is, but look, if it's up, it's up. Apparently, no player has ever done what Josh Jacobs has accomplished with the Raiders. He is the first player in the 103 years of the NFL to top 220 rushing yards and 70 receiving yards in a game. That says a lot. That says a lot. Look, we went into the preseason, in the Hall of Fame game, rather, and Jacobs went off. Jacobs started in a preseason game and did his thing, and right away, the Saints are interested, the Colts are interested, the Eagles are interested, and look, McDaniels put it to rest the very next day. I did it way before that, but whatever. I just, at this point, it really is a kind of like, yeah, we fucked up. 3 of his first 4 years in the league, he has rushed for over 1,000 yards. The last person to do that was Marcus Allen. I really think this guy needs to be here for the long run, and we'll just take it as it goes and see what the possibilities are. Hammer, there's 2 players on this team that are from a different planet, and that's Max. Yeah. Look, I've said Max is a cornerstone of this defense. I look at him and Nate Hobbs as being the cornerstone of this defense for the future. Jacobs, I want him to be one of those pieces on offense that we keep for a few years, most definitely. Yannick is all over Pickett tonight. Leaves the Colts 9. Look, he went over with Gus Bradley, and he's doing more than he did for us last year. Good for him, but not our circus, not our monkey. They should use Jacobs and Zeus as a 1-2 punch more. Reese, I would love to see that 2-headed monster. We came into the season with a 6-deep running back depth chart. With Drake being gone, I still didn't think that they were going to have Zeus at the very top of that list. But what we saw yesterday, and again, we were seeing the small sample of Zeus where he was like carrying on average once a game. And it was either for a loss of yards or a gain of 1. And I said what I said. I was under the belief like the kid truly lacks vision at the next level. He definitely proved me wrong yesterday with those 2 nice runs. Again, the longest one I believe was 17 yards and the other was 11. Back-to-back plays, he got the first downs for us. So I think he could be something special as long as he continues to do pretty much glimpses and glimmers of what we saw out of him last night. Hammer, if Carr is out the door via trade, what would be his value? If he was out the door, his trade value would most likely be, I'm trying to remember what I said when I said this not too long ago. I want to say a second, probably a second, and probably a middle round pick. Who would we replace him with? It depends. Honestly, it's not going to be a quarterback coming out of the draft. But at the same time, after seeing what I've seen the last 2 weeks, I do believe Derek Carr could be a guy that he could be here. We could potentially draft a quarterback in the second, maybe the third round, and learn behind Carr for a year or two and potentially be the successor of Derek Carr. We shall see, though. Um, I think that there's certain guys in this team right now that definitely need to restructure their contracts. I think Carr should restructure. I think Waller should most definitely restructure, and absolutely Chandler Jones should restructure. They all need to restructure their contracts respectively. Um, it'll open up more cap room for us. I I want to see how the rest of the season plays out to really say like there's gonna be guys that want to come here. Like the Las Vegas Raiders is going to be a destination for free agents. We shall see. Look, it's a new front office. We have a new head coach. We did have some bumps in the road to start the season. We're trying to fucking bounce back. I've said it for the longest time in regards to our rally cry. Fuck your adversity. We went through it last year under totally, completely different circumstances last year. But look, I'm not here sitting here saying that we're going to make the playoffs. At this point, I know last week it went from a 1% to a 3% chance. I don't know what the chance is right now, but realistically, I don't think the playoffs are even remotely in our stratosphere. Simple fact that we have not won many conference games. Yesterday was a league game, so we went against, or in a conference game rather. We played an NFC team. That doesn't really do much for us. We needed to win those AFC matchups that we had, the Colts, the Jags, and we didn't. So it is what it is at this point. I take it 1 week at a time. Let's see how this team does. We get wins. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're making the playoffs. Like you guys saw the video when I was at Bar A last night and one dude is chanting playoffs and I'm just like I just thought to myself, like realistically, like it is what it is. Like if that's what you want to think, that's what you want to think. If that's the land you live in, then great. But I don't, at this point don't see it happening. Devontae sideline catch while holding the corner's hand. Look, Devontae was being held and made a ridiculous grab. That one arm grab, I was like, I'm looking and I had to keep looking. I'm like, holy fuck, he did that. But it's Tay. You can't be surprised. You cannot be surprised. Car isn't going anywhere. Okay. All right, look, I feel the same way. I don't think he's going to go anywhere at this point. Bourbon, salute, brother. Hope you're doing well. Raider Nation Cali. All right, I'm going to stop real quickly. Take a pause real quick. I want to send prayers out and a speedy recovery to little man KJ. For those that don't know, that is Raider Nation Cali's son. He's called into the lives a couple of times. He got COVID. Look, I said it earlier today, and if you're watching, KJ, you're a warrior, and you're going to kick COVID's ass, man. You got this, all right? And I hope to hear from you soon when you're better. I know Dad will let you call on in, so please get better soon, kid. And another shout out, my youngest brother, my baby brother, happy 28th birthday. 28 on the 28th. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Let's see. El Rocket, yes, your tribal chief of the Raider Nation is here. Acknowledge me. Cool Kev, salute, brother. Hope you're doing well. VA Raider, right, but they called holding on us when it wasn't. Look, VA, and I'm not sure how long you've been watching me. The one thing I can tell you, there is a book out there for not just the commissioner, but for the refs as well. Page 1 of the book is Fuck the Raiders. The last page of the book, see page 1. I'll tell you one thing, El Rocket. I had guys at the bar yesterday that were saying that certain things that were going on during the game, oh, they're tanking. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. We're not tanking. Shut the fuck. I said it yesterday morning. There's 3 things. There's 3 terms. There's 3 things in professional sports that I fucking hate to hear. Tanking, rebuilding, and trust the process. I fucking hate those terms when it comes to professional sports because at the end of the day, we all know what they fucking mean. I can't stand hearing those words at all. Salute to Raiderette for life. Hope you're doing well, hon. James Moore, salute, salute, salute. We got a top 10 scoring offense, missing 2 of our best weapons, and half you lame still want to get rid of our QB. This is a fact, man. Ladies and gentlemen, she's in the building. Key is in the building. Hi, Key. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely prayers out to little man KJ. Like I said, when you get better, you know you're more than welcome to call in again. Ladies and gentlemen, he is upon us. The Raider Equinox is upon us. Give it up one time. Wasted is in the building. Salute, big bro. Anyone going to be in a jail? Look, I'm disappointed. I will not be at a game this season. And it pains me to say it. I wanted to go to I did want to go to the Rams game. I was supposed to go to the Rams game. It will not be happening. I thought about the New England Patriots game. Not happening. Next year, I'm hoping to be out there for at least 1 or 2 games. Shout out to my brother Jake, the Snake Sports Talk Show. We will be live this coming Wednesday. For those that don't know, Jake is a Chargers fan. He covers the Chargers, the Oakland A's, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights on his YouTube channel. We will be live here Wednesday night. We will be doing our matchup preview for the Chargers and the Raiders. So definitely pull up for that. Most definitely, guys. Robert Hicks, appreciate you. Absolutely. Again, if y'all are just coming in here, if it's your first time in here, please don't let it be your last. We are on that road to 5K. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, and smash the bell. Let's get to 5K, y'all. I would like to do it before the end of the season. The ultimate goal this season was supposed to be 10. But with how this season has been, I can understand why a lot of people have shut their TVs off. Robert Hicks, salute. Appreciate you. Am I missing anybody? Shout out to the DTs yesterday. Absolutely. I mentioned it before. Billings, Bilal Nichols, who I had Bilal Nichols as a sleeper for us coming into the season. Again, I wish these guys would have been doing this the whole season because they did a great job causing problems on that interior D line. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Pressure breaks pipes. Great job to all those guys. Again, I didn't get to do it yet. D Menace, salute, brother. I didn't get to put this up. I'll put it up when I finish our poll on the community post. Our I Shit the Bed Losers of the Week. We have up this week, who was it that we put up? Keelan Cole, Jermaine Illuminor, and I'm thinking Jermaine Illuminor, Keelan Cole. There was another one and I can't remember at the moment. I'll figure it out and we'll put it up for you guys to vote, most definitely. Nichols had 4 pressures. Billy had 3 pressures. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, Anthony Averett. Oh my God. Anthony Averett, Keelan Cole, and Jermaine Illuminor are your guys' candidates this week for I Shit the Bed Losers of the Week. So I will put the poll up on the community post for you guys to vote on. And yeah, we'll give you an answer probably by the middle of the week. Hammer, your defensive front set the edge. When they could run around the edges, it was curtains. That's a fact. And look, this is all I've been wanting to see the entire season. I had told people that a guy like Sue would be that disruptor. And we know Sue is now with the Eagles alongside Linval Joseph and a very deep interior defensive line. But look, they did a great job. Holy shit, I haven't seen my brother in here in a very, very long time. Salute to Halo. Much love to you, brother. I hope you are doing well. Much love to you and the family. We miss you. If you don't go to another game, will you spend the money and come down to California for WrestleMania in April? I'm hoping to... No. April is looking more like Kansas City for the 2023 NFL Draft. We are trying. I'm trying to put some wheels in motion right now and talk to a couple of people out there. So we'll see what the possibilities are. But April right now is looking like the 2023 NFL draft in Kansas City, so we shall see. Dabo said Tillery was a great pickup. He lets Matt. Yep. I told you we shouldn't try to let Avery cover. Look. You know what's funny? I'm sitting there, GA. I'm sitting there yesterday. I was taking a drive down to the shore, and I'm watching Red Zone and seeing a whole bunch of different games. And look, a lot of the guys that I told a lot of you fantasy guys to start yesterday did great jobs yesterday. Garrett Wilson, I was like, holy shit. Who's the other kid? Samaj P. Ryan, who filled in for Joe Mixon. A lot of these guys that I told you guys to start yesterday did some really good things. So that was, look, you guys need your fantasy questions answered. Pull up on Sunday mornings and look, I will get your lineups right and ready. And I know a lot of you guys won yesterday. But yeah, Tillery was definitely a great pickup, Dabo. And look, I've been saying I was very happy when it happened. Shout out to Big Mike. Salute, brother. Looks like I'll be out in case. There you go. There you go. Look, we are probably going to make this another movie with the nation. We're probably going to paint Kansas City silver and black. So, like I said, I'm in the middle of speaking to some people. We're going to try to get some things squared away as quickly as possible. A lot earlier than we did with our last event in Vegas, or the first event in Vegas rather. But I will try to get that ball rolling so we can have something set up for you guys. And yeah, do you think bringing Tillery in a little bit of a fire in Nichols and Billings? You know what? That's a very tough question. Like I said, I touched on Tillery before and said, look, he's only been with us 2 weeks. I think he's still getting adjusted to our scheme. I think that right now he's making the best of it as a rotational piece. I am actually intrigued to see how much he will be used against this Chargers offensive line this coming weekend. We'll see. Hammer Mania in Philly, let's go. That might be a possibility. That might be a possibility. How many points, Ruben? I didn't even get to look to see actually how many points. How many points did Garrett Wilson get you yesterday? Hammer, I did win, but we missed the call on Njoku. Yeah, I did see that. I think I was sitting there. I was sitting there watching that game, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, it was Njoku, and I couldn't remember who the other one was, but I was like, oh, fuck, Njoku is actually doing well. I feel like we have a better rotation now with Pecco. I think Pecco got injured, though, didn't he? I'm pretty sure Pecco got injured. Garrett Wilson had 29. Jesus. Glad I can help. Again, for those that do fantasy, that are in their fantasy leagues, pull up Sunday mornings. And normally we do it like an hour before the 1 o'clock games. I will give you your guys start sit-em advice and get your lineups right and ready. We go through, you guys can ask questions on who you should start, who you should sit. We go through the weekly rankings as we approach each week. Guys, you don't want to miss out on that if you're doing fantasy football. I'm telling you right now. I don't think I missed much. We've already been on a little over a half hour. I appreciate everybody that's in here. John B, salute. We could open up the phone lines if you guys want to talk about yesterday's game. If you guys are down to do that, give me a thumbs up and I'll put the number up for you guys. San Francisco's defense got me 15. Philadelphia's defense, yep. Glad I could help. Like I said, guys, any questions you have, feel free to ask when we do our start sit-em on Sundays. I just want to see you guys win because the league I'm in right now, so help me God, I will never, ever play in an 8-team league ever again. That shit is so ass backwards. I will never do that again. I'm going to say Kansas City. I really wish that you could have been out here when Graf came out a couple of weeks ago, bro. Like I said it. We absolutely missed you guys. We definitely missed you being out here. You would have had a great time. But I'm thinking KC right now. I don't think I could take any other trips at the moment. We'll see. If anything changes between then or now and then I'll try to figure something out. I definitely miss you guys though. I really feel like an idiot right now. I was supposed to record this when I started because I wanted to put this up on Anchor, but no, I'm not going to do that tonight. And for those that don't know, I started recording some of the lives recently. They are uploaded to Anchor.fm, also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon as well. So if you guys ever miss and just want to hear the audio and not look at my ugly face, you could check me out, check out the podcast on those stations. And oh yeah, the awesome news that we got over the weekend. I am now a brand ambassador for SeatGeek. Use the promo code Hammers.House on your first purchase with SeatGeek. You get $20 off your first purchase. Again, SeatGeek, and use the promo code Hammers.House. All one word. Definitely check it out. Appreciate you guys on that one as well. I'm actually moving in the first place in my fantasy league after tonight. That's dope. Yeah, I think it's. I definitely appreciate that, GA. Like, we had a phenomenal time. It was a great show that we did. I had a great time doing it, my brothers. We're definitely gonna have to do it again. So, like I said, let me speak to these people behind the scenes and start figuring everything out, and if everything makes sense to us, hey, we'll be there, and we'll be hoping to see a lot of you out there as well. The turnout at Vegas for the draft was great. Met a lot of you guys. It was definitely an unforgettable experience, and I'm glad that I did not drink while I was out there, so I can remember every single moment that I had out there with my brothers and the Raider Nation as well. In my league, I'm in the West. I record and saying everyone is 6. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm about to be 6-6. Like, I left guys on the bench that I shouldn't have, including Tyler Lockett. I think James Conner I left on the bench. Yeah, it fucked me over this week. That's why I said never again am I doing an 8-game or 8-team fantasy league ever again. Make sure Andy has his early contact ready. That shit when people were losing their minds. Like, how the fuck are they getting these picks? Like, don't worry. Andy got people. But, you know what? I'm going to wrap up, guys. It is 9:30 on the East Coast. 6:30 out there where you guys are at. I got to go and actually take Little Man out and get myself situated for tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody that pulled on up tonight. If you don't, or if you haven't yet on your way out, please break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions right here in the official, the original, the only house, Hammers.House. With that being said, continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is still around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. We out.